I do find this to be, here's the thing though. I do find this to be, it's such an interesting series for the Heat in that there's not a lot of animosity from both sides. You know, they even tried drumming it up yesterday with the whole incident from 2 years ago with that. And Jimmy's like, yeah, but Markeith's not on the team anymore. And even Jimmy's like, the guy I was talking to wasn't Jokic in that beef. Like, he goes, the guy knows who he is, but he's not, it wasn't Jokic. So like people are trying to drum up stuff and they just can't get these teams to bite. Like there's a lot of respect. Spo was saying yesterday, he's like, in a lot of ways with Denver, we see a lot of ourselves, not necessarily in the way that we play, but in the lack of treated, how the lack of credit. Like there's a lot of that same thing. And he also said that in the bubble, he goes, I don't know if this means anything or doesn't mean anything. He goes, but like the teams that were fishing together, us in Denver, like there just seems to be a lot of parallels in the way the franchises carry themselves. So they can't do anything. Like today, they're trying to twist this comment that Aaron Gordon made into saying, is Jimmy Butler harder to guard than KD or LeBron? And I'm like, I listened to that Aaron Gordon clip yesterday. I didn't get any of that from what he was saying. Do you have this, Vlad? This was Aaron Gordon not yesterday. This is 2 days ago on the challenge of Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy's a difficult cover for different reasons than the guys I've guarded in the past, like KD and LeBron, Cat. Jimmy does everything. You know, he does all the intangible things. He gets out in transition. He gets cuts. He gets offensive rebounds. He gets back doors. He gets spin outs. You know, he does a lot of the game within the game. As well as being really skilled, you know. So he's a difficult cover. Just make it tough for him. Play without fouling to the best of my ability, and you just compete, you know. That's really what it comes down to.
I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, Jimmy Butler, hey, by the way, guys, hey, Jimmy Butler's a good player, and there are things about him that make him unique and tough to cover. It's okay. He's not taking a shot at LeBron and KD.
Right. But see, and that's the thing. Like, you getting ready to get ready for the NBA Finals and the NHL, the hockey Stanley Cup, right? Yet you still have to fabricate interest. Like, no,
it's crazy. And
you don't have to do that, because guess what? 2 weeks ago, you didn't give a damn about Denver or Miami.
They started off today saying, did Eric Spoelstra give the Nuggets bulletin board material? I'm like, for what? Commenting on the air? Like, who is getting riled up in the Nuggets locker room for Eric Spoelstra saying he doesn't give a rat's ass about altitude? He's a beautiful maniac. Like, you're not going to get Eric Spoelstra with this stuff. And by the way, I did say this yesterday, and I do believe it. Michael Malone trying to bring it up. I was like, I think that's head games. I think that's like when you're trying to bring that up, I think he's trying to mention, oh, it's like, look, they have a lot of success at that home place. Honestly, they haven't been as good a road team this year at all. Like, they clearly have something that goes on there that they get an advantage at home. But you think
playing the finals at home, though?
You think Eric Spoelstra, maniac, you thought you were going to get him with an altitude question? Did you hear what Eric Spoelstra had to say yesterday?
No.
This is Eric Spoelstra yesterday when he was asked about the altitude. Laughed at it.
We're not even getting into any of that stuff. Our guys are in great shape. They're ready to compete. If Denver wants to tip this thing off at the top of Everest, we'll do that. This thing is going to be decided between the four lines. You know, they also got to come back to Miami if we want to make it about that. We'll turn off the air conditioning. They got to play in 90-degree humidity, sap the S out of their legs. This thing is going to be decided between those four lines. And we'll decide it then.
Oh, you know, when you start tapping that table,
this dude is locked in right now, man. You're not shaking Eric Spoelstra. I got to be honest with you, Leroy. When I heard that clip, like, I already knew it. You knew I was going to pick the Heat. I mean, like, let's be honest. But when I heard that clip, I'm like, dude, Denver's in trouble.
Here's the thing.
They're in trouble, dude.
Here's the thing.
They're in trouble, Leroy.
And here's what I would say to ESPN. The last time you've had a situation like this was with Detroit. Yet nobody's ever brought it up. The whole playoffs, they were talking about how Detroit was going to get crushed.
Yep. They were the last, I believe.
Then they went up against Kobe and Shaq. And they said, oh, this is a sweep. No chance.
They were the last, I think, underdog at this level of betting to win.
Are we forgetting 2011?
With who?
With
Dallas
Dirk.
in Miami? Okay.
Not
Don't tell me not. That was the big three.
People thought Dallas was going to get buzzsawed.
Yeah.
They did, but come on, not like that. Though.
Game 2 is still one of the saddest games I've been to up until probably last week. Like the last 2 years, up until those last two, the toughest game I've been to in person is Game 2 of the finals with the Heat blowing that lead.
Up until Game 6 of the Eastern Conference?
No, last year.
Oh.
That's what I said. These last 2 years with Game 6 and Game 7, witnessing those in person, up until that point, Game 2 was the toughest one I've been to. I was like, oh, terrible. No, dude. But when Eric Spoelstra was saying that, I was just like, this dude. I'm sorry. He's not. And I think the thing that's funny about it, here's the thing that's funny about it. I have a lot of respect for Denver. I know how good Jokic is, but I find the Denver dominance talk now so insincere from the media.
That's my point.
They're glomming onto something. And by the way, we really should, Leroy, let's thank ESPN today. We're doing the wrong thing. We should thank them because they've given the Heat a whopping 11% chance to win the series.
We're still doing this.
11%.
Hold on.
So I just want to say thank you, ESPN, for our extra 8% going into this series.
Are we still doing this?
Thank you.
11. Like they don't stop. They double down.
11%. Thank you.
11%.
Thank you.
They had what? They have 3% against
Boston.
And so let's think about it this way. Say what you want about ESPN. They have more of a chance against Denver.
Yeah.
And they beat
That's why I want to thank them.
Yeah, like
I don't want to rip it. Thank you, ESPN. We're so grateful for your extra 8%. Thank you. But let me just tell you something, dude. You guys can fake it through you make it all you want with this whole you love Denver. You don't love Denver. You didn't pick them against the Lakers.
Nope.
You didn't pick them against the Suns.
Nope.
Don't act all of a sudden. I walked up today. I walked through the Citadel today. They have a giant screen in the Citadel, right? And they have ESPN on. And it literally said on there, is Denver the next Warriors dynasty? I laughed. I'm like, ha! Really? That's what you're going with? You have to try and say this could be the next dynasty? Are you effing kidding me? Like, come on, dude. You guys don't love. You guys made a campaign against Jokic this year to not win a third MVP. Let's be real about it. Now you guys want to kiss their ass. Nah, dude. I'm not here to say they're not good. I think they got a lot of talent. Jokic is one of the most impressive players I've ever watched live. The guy, the way he can dictate the game and pass these things. But like, dude, you guys said the same thing about the Heat against Giannis. No chance. You said the same. You guys didn't think they were going to beat the Knicks. Didn't think they were. No, Vlad, they didn't. Every pundit said that, oh, I think the Knicks are going to out-hustle them because they love the New York Knicks. Then, boy, your precious little Celtics wilted. So now all of a sudden, you're going to sit here and you're going to try and act like Denver is God's gift to basketball. They're good. Respect. But respectfully, you're losing in 6. Respectfully, your thin air isn't going to be thin enough. You're going to need to put this on the moon. F. Everest. You need to put this on the moon with no oxygen to have a shot against Jimmy Buckets. And by the way, you're going to sit here and say, oh, Joker, he's so unstoppable. Joker, all respect to Aaron Gordon, okay, dude? All respect. Who his most famous thing up to this point is whining about a dunk contest. Aaron Gordon is going to stop Jimmy Butler? That's your solution? So, like, everybody's laughing this way. You're putting Bam on Jokic? Yeah, I'm sorry. A guy who's been on the all-defensive team for the last 4 years. Okay? Something only LeBron did in Heat history. I'm sorry. That's the awful solution. Oh, Bam's only kept him to his averages. That's what you want with a superstar. Keep a superstar to his averages. And you guys are sitting here saying, and by the way, you guys keep obsessing about the zone. Like you have the Heat, like have a bunch of intangibles out there. Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent. Let me tell you something, dude. You want to know who's coming out in this series, dude? Because he's already, it was like a little shark fin that you put up there. The locksmith's been unlocked, okay? Because Haywood Highsmith, he's sunk his teeth into this playoffs now. So all of these guys are coming out, and they're coming to stop you, okay? I don't care how many options you have. Joker, going to look like a Joker. That's what's going to happen, dude. Heat in 6. We're stealing home court, Leroy, in the first 2. Path to success. That's what the formula's been. And then we TCB at home. Close it out in our building, hoisting Larry, dude. Get out of here. You guys out here faking like you like the Nuggets. Nobody likes the Nuggets. Even Mike McDaniel left your ass. Michael Malone. Say my full name. No, Mike. You're going to sit there and Spo, who actually is cool and let you call you by a nickname, Spo, he's going to coach circles around you, dude. In thin air, in humidity, up in the Alps, at sea level, wherever he pleases. We can go to the LA Fitness pool, although he probably goes to a much nicer gym. And he can swim laps around you if he wants to, dude. Jamal Murray. Get out of here, dude. True bubble boy. And by the way, you know who's coming back, dude? Tyler Hero's coming back too, dude. To drop some buckets on you game 3.
Hold on.
Goosey's
Hold
galore.
on. You're making a terrible assumption.
What do you mean?
That he just gonna come back to beat Tyler when he left.
Oh, he's ready, dude. You know, because you want to know something? Let me tell you what he's
I'm
been
not. Listen.
Can I just tell you something?
Here's what I would say about Tyler Hero. This is what I'm gonna say,
Hmm?
and this is gonna be as fair and as honest as I could be. Anything you get from Tyler Hero is going to be a bonus. All you need him to do is go in there and not turn the ball over.
You're right. You're right.
Be a negative.
But Leroy,
on the court.
you want to know what makes turkey better? Little gravy. Little gravy, dude. And so whatever Tyler Hero's going to bring us is going to be gravy. Because you know what he's been hearing, dude? You know what Tyler Hero's been hearing? The chatter. He's been hearing the chatter. Dude's been hearing the chatter. Jack Harlow left him. Okay? He's been hearing the chatter, dude.
Jack Harlow did leave him.
Bum, Jack Harlow.
Can't make a song about me and root against me.
Heat in 6, dude. What do you got, Leroy? What you pick?
We picking at 10:30
now. I want the pick now.
Tobin, come on, man. That was inspirational, man. That got me motivated.
I would say Heat win it in this building.
Hell
Heat
yes.
6.
Hell yes.
You and me. But here's the deal. But here's the
Let's
deal.
acknowledge something.
Here's the deal.
You and me?
Here's the deal.
I'll let you make a point.
I'm not afraid if they have to go to game 7.
Me neither.
Right?
Me neither.
Like you can say, look, I am done.
You think we're gonna be?
Vlad, I'm done with this team. I'm done with trying to figure out what it looks like. I'm done trying to figure out how it's gonna end up. All I know is that they find a way, and it's not always pretty. It doesn't always look great. They stacking up wins. So I'm just gonna go ahead on and I don't care who they play. I said something a few months ago. You know what that was? The most terrifying thing about this Heat team. What did I tell you? They can beat anybody in the world, and they can lose to anybody in the world.
You're right.
20.
And that is the single-handed most frightening thing about a team.
Yeah, and let me tell something to the Denver Nuggets in case you were wondering. LaMelo Ball, he ain't walking through that door, dude. You don't have the Hornets. You don't have the Hornets. You don't have the Pistons. All right? You don't have the Orlando Magic.
He's talking about the teams that beat them.
You don't have the Spurs.
The team.
You don't have the teams I'm scared of. You don't have those teams. And let me tell you something about Nikola Jokic, okay? The only Nikola I'm scared of is Vucevic, dude. And you don't got him. I'm scared of Vucevic. I ain't scared of you.
Vucevic is a Heat killer.
I ain't scared of you, dude. And you know what? Something I just want to acknowledge something, dude. You know what? It's just as a beautiful partnership for this many years. You and me, same page, same. Happy about this, dude.
I feel like I have to fight it a little bit.
No. Let's just go to break.
Like we can't.
Let's just go to break.
You want to just go to break?
Yeah, let's just go to break. Let's end on a high note.
All right.
Heat in 6.